thing about family home evening is when we say prayer.
My favorite part about family home evening is our activity.
My favorite thing about family home evening is the treat.
My favorite thing about family home evening is about song.
My favorite thing at family home evening is the treat. My favorite thing about family home evening is the song. My favorite thing about family home evening of getting together about a family. My favorite thing about family home evening about praying. My favorite thing about family home evening is the activity because I get to choose it and everyone enjoys it. My favorite thing about family home evening is the lessons. Treats because they like to eat it. My favorite part about family home evening is the lessons because they make me better. When I like family home evening lessons, they make me know about Jesus Christ and heaven. I even don't forget that now I have 11. My favorite is when we're doing the activity. My mom take the prayer. My baby take care. My mom and my dad take care of my baby tummy. My favorite activity of family home evening is when we get to play the game. Family home evening is when we watch church movies. My favorite family home evening lesson or activity is playing charades with my family because we're acting out and my sister was trying to be a bell, and so then she was like this.
My favorite family home evening memory is when our family, we played a game where you team up with family members and someone asks you questions and you get points if you answer. My favorite family home evening memory or activity was when we had to play this game called Doctor. It was when my mom had her friend's daughter who was a missionary come over to her house with her companion.
My favorite family home evening memory is when my whole family got in a circle together and shared what they're grateful for and what they love each other, and each of us would share, and it's like we made a whole together. It was my favorite memory because it talked about like what we love and we miss about each other.
We got together and somebody told this story of how this man was about to kill himself. And so this boy and his mom said a prayer. And when he was standing on the hill, he saw a vision of his mom and child praying. And so he came back and said, I'm going to stay with you for the rest of my life. It reminds me of how powerful Christ can be.
I thought about Adam and Eve because I felt kind of happy because like something that was new to me.
It's an activity that we did about listening to the prophets, and a week later we got to see two of the apostles at the CAC.
My favorite family home evening activity was when the missionaries came over and they had an activity and we had to draw different parts, different kind of parts and draw. And we had to fold each time we make a picture. And once we opened it, they said, however Heavenly Father makes us is how we are. And no matter how we look like, it's how you feel inside that helps. My favorite family home evening memory was when
this ball of Play-Doh, and that's when Jesus was on earth, and everyone was like doing their baptism and playing tithing. And then when Jesus died, and then the people started to not do the things he wanted them to do. They tried to remake it, but it was still not in the shape of a ball. So when the Spirit of Jesus came back, he made everything right again, and the ball turned back into a ball.
My favorite family home evening is when we did pictures. It was when we folded into 3 sides and then passed it around, trying to do the head, then the body, and then the feet. And then we made, it actually looks really weird the one I had. It looked like a monster because it had like half a dress and then half a pants. But the reason why it was my favorite was because the lesson was that no matter how people look or how people are, Jesus will still love us.
My favorite family home evening memory was when we went bowling and all got together and had a good time. My favorite family home evening memory was when we went to play tennis. I got to spend time with my dad and my siblings, and we got to learn how to play all together.
When the sister missionaries came over, they've been doing it for a few weeks, and it's really fun when they come over because like my little siblings have these really hilarious answers to their questions, and internally I'm just laughing my head off.
The moment is probably going to be the snacks afterwards, because every family home evening will always have a snack prepared by someone, and it's always something special that kind of pertains to the story or moment that we're sharing in family home evening.
My favorite family home evening memory is when we read the scriptures together and we go around in a circle and we all take turns reading different scriptures.
My favorite memory of FHE is when we had a lesson on respecting each other. We played this activity and we practiced ways on how to treat each other respectfully and right.
All of our family members met up one time and we're sharing how each of us have success in our life, and we explain what we're doing in our life and how it's helping.
When we were all gathered at my grandparents' house, we began to practice our Psalm 1 culture.
My favorite family home evening memory is hanging with my family and learning about the Lord.
My favorite part about family home evening is at the end of each family meeting we would play a game, and we would just, I like it because we're all together having fun and it just strengthens our relationship.
So my favorite family home evening activity was one time we went over to my grandma's house, and it was all of my cousins and my uncles and aunties and my family, and it was really fun because I don't get to have all of my family like together in one place all at one time. Like, we hardly ever have that, and so it was just really fun to get to see all of them and get to know them.
My favorite memory of FHE is the food.
It's probably just sitting around the table eating ice cream and laughing at random things that's happened throughout our day. The reason why I like this is because we actually don't get that often a lot of time to sit around and just laugh with each other. And so it's just so fun to just be as family.
We play a game called Book of Mormon Charades, and it's so much fun because we get to see all of our family members act out Book of Mormon stories and have fun together. And at the end of the game, we usually eat like a nice dessert my mom makes.
My favorite family home evening memory is when we were all together and just seeing everyone at my house with my family and my cousins, and all my aunties and uncles, especially my grandparents. It was just good having everyone around, and
it was a good atmosphere and feeling.
We just we're able to get together as a family and do fun stuff.
My favorite family home evening memory is always giving the lessons for our family home evening and being in charge.
My favorite memory of FHE is when all my family comes and we get to eat food.
Okay, well, every Sunday, that's when we have our family home evening, and my most memorable FHE moments is afterward. After every FHE we eat crepes, and I love crepes because of it.
Times when I am chosen to give the lesson, and I just love that time when we were all together as a family and I was able to share my testimony with no fear of being cut down or rebuked by any of my family members, because I knew how much they loved and enjoyed what I wanted to say.
My favorite FHE memory was whenever we were done with our lessons, we would just go to dollar movies, and even though my dad would go to the other theater and watch a different movie, we still felt the love. It was just so great.
I like UC games. There's just one game that I used to play cards. It's called Goldfish. I'm really good at it. I win at everything. So yeah, that's my favorite game at Family Home Evening. And thanks for watching this video. Bye.